arm hurts. So.
Animal testing has been used repeatedly throughout history. Aiding a Greek physician practicing well-being as animal experimenting to further the understanding of anatomy, physiology, pathology, and pharmacology. Even Zernara, physician of the 12th century from Morris, Spain, introduced animal testing as an experimental method for testing surgical procedures before testing them on human patients. I am credible to speak to you today about this because I am an animal lover. I have also researched a lot of information about this topic. By scientists testing on animals, they see it as beneficial to them since no human being would like to be tested on. It is also considered inhumane to conduct experiments on humans. Today I would like to talk about how animals suffer due to animal testing, and then I will talk about the causes of animal testing and some solutions to stop this. More than 100 million animals suffer every year due to animal testing. Animals are defenseless creatures that cannot speak up for themselves. That is why they should not have to go through these harsh experimental procedures. More than 100 million, animal testing and education is wrong. Students should not be exposed to torturing animals for education. More than 100 million animals are used for group classroom dissection exercises. Some of the tortures these animals receive are, for example, turtles are smashed on the head with hammers and have holes drilled into their shells so that the hearts can be viewed and manipulated. Also, frogs' brains are destroyed when pins are struck through their skull so that students can cut them open and stimulate the exposed muscles with electricity. These animals are injected. Another problem is advertisements of new products. People purchase new products because they either want to own the newest brand or to try something new. For example, deodorant, body wash, shampoo, etc. When people see these products on sale, they hurry to purchase them without them thinking of the procedures and what they're making these new products. Instead of thinking you're getting a good deal, you should realize that animal testing was done on these products before hitting the stores. These animals are injected poisonous chemicals into the skin, convulsing into violent seizures and being tortured to their painful death. In an article on Think Leak website, companies' motivations for performing these procedures are usually to provide their product as proven safe, but the Food and Drug Administration does not require these procedures as a necessary safety measure. After talking about the tortures these animals go through, you might wonder what caused animal testing. Many people might assume that animal testing is used for medical purposes and making sure people get safe products. Since most human diseases do not occur in animals, their symptoms are stimulated using more organisms. According to an article on Nature Geegan website, artificially induced symptoms have nothing in common with the human disorder they are supposed to stimulate. Some of the important aspects of origins of disorder are lifestyle, drug consumption, and stress are not taken into consideration. So the results of studies using animals is therefore misleading and irrelevant. According to an article on Examiner website, cosmetic companies such as Mary Kay, Avon, Estée Lauder, Bobbi Brown, Revlon, and MAC that were once cruelty-free changed their policies on animal testing so that they may market to China, where testing is required. Animals are tested to help find cures and develop new medicines. In an article on Progress website, new cancer drugs account for 50 to 60% of the gains we have made in cancer survival rate since 1975. Overall, these medicines have contributed a remarkable 10.7% of the increase in life expectancy at birth in the U.S. Until recently, surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy were the dominant treatments for cancer. But now, thanks in large part to animal-based research. By scientists testing on animals, we have found new ways to treat illnesses, but many of the times these new medicines do not work on humans. The solutions to stop animal testing is to help save the lives of these animals from suffering. Testing of products is unnecessary. In an article on Lone Star website, researchers can test the potential damage that a product can do to the skin by using artificial skin instead of testing in animals. Another alternative to the test is a product called eye test. The synthetic material turns opaque when a product damages it, closely resembling the way that a real eye reacts to a harmful substance. Computers have also been used to stimulate and estimate the potential damage that a chemical can cause, and human cells have been used to examine the effects of harmful substances. Another solution to stop this is if the government bans animal testing. and scientists would only be allowed to use human tissue to do their medical experiments. By scientists using human tissue, they will have more accurate and effective outcomes rather than testing on animals. Now, by informing you on the solutions, let's wrap things up. Animals deserve to have rights. They should not have to go through these harsh experimental procedures. As individuals, you must take it upon to stop the cruelty by not buying animal-tested products, and also by donating to charities that do not experiment on animals. Remember, animals do have feelings. How would you like it if your own pets were being used for experimental procedures?